Well, good day, Tubes. How's she hanging? Pretty good here. What do you think of my new wall dewies there? My stepdad. Maybe that one. And that sign there is pretty cool. And you guys have seen the BILLSTMAXX sign before. That was sent to me, so that's pretty awesome too. So yeah, you know, I'm into the Ford stuff a little bit and pretty heavy into the John Deere, as you can mostly see. Maybe John Deere, and of course a hat, and many other John Deere things. But Ford farming, it's pretty cool. Sign, he made these up, and he had the tin signs already, and then he got some barn board. That's actually a barn. On the Ford one is a barn board. I'll show you them a little bit closer at the end of the video here today. And John Deere sign was some barn board too, but he kind of cleaned it off a little more. This still has like original paint and stuff on it, right? He was making cool things like that. So, but anyways, this is another question and answer video, and if you have a question for me, billqa@yahoo.com. Send her there, we'll answer your questions. Alright, I got some questions here. I don't remember how many, but starting from June 1st, I'm a little behind, but we'll still answer them. Okay, before we start, I'm getting a lot of repeat questions about if I'm ever going to film back at the garage down there again. It's absolutely no. And if I see that question coming up again, I don't want to be mean or rude, but I'm not going to answer it because it's a no. It was a no back then, it's a no now, and it's going to be a no in the future. That's why we're in this building here now. So if you ask me that question, I'm not going to answer it. I'm just going to skip over it. So just so you know, and I don't want to be rude, but you know, I can't keep answering that same question because it's the same answer every time. So anyways, the first question here is from Nate. It says, hello Bill, I'm Nate from Highland, Indiana. And I was wondering if you could fire up the old diesel engine you got from Starpuss. I don't actually have it up here. It's actually in the other garage. I'd have to bring it up here to fire it up. Keep up the amazing vids. Not a fan of the Rust series. Oh, you gotta play Rust. You gotta play Rust to get to enjoy Rust. Dylan started playing Rust kind of like when it first came out. He's like, oh, you gotta get this awesome game. I looked at him like, nah, I don't think so. Nah. And for like a year and a bit, I'm like, no. And then I finally got it. I guess there was something in like one of the updates. I'm like, oh, that'd be kind of neat to try that out. And so I got it. And then I've been playing it quite a bit, obviously. So it's one of those games where you got to get it to try it to kind of like it. And some people may not like it once they tried it. So, but anyways, it is a good game. It makes you think about building stuff, right? And building and surviving kind of thing. And you have surviving, basically, that's it. So yeah, so I don't like the Rust series, but everyone's different. Stay safe during this pandemic, my friend, and so far we are. Things are sort of turning back to normal, but now all of a sudden we're mandated in Dufferin County here to wear masks when we go into like grocery shopping or if I had to go to TSC or Home Depot, gotta wear a mask. So my wife made me a mask, and I'm gonna put it on right now because I have it with me here. And I don't know if I'm doing this right. Which way does this go? That way? That way. Hang on a sec, I gotta slip it on. It goes over the ears, and you guys know downstairs I have this curly fry material. So we made a curly fry mask. I have no freaking idea how they think these things are gonna work, because they're not. Getting air all in around it and stuff. I mean, it's the stupidest thing on the planet. All it's going to do, and it's been doing it to people, is making them not get enough oxygen and passing out. And one of these times it's going to happen when someone's driving, if it hasn't yet. But anyways, so we're staying safe. But anyways, thank you. Thanks, Nate, for that. Okay. This next name I cannot pronounce. Heiko, maybe? Sorry if I got that wrong. It says, hey Bill, my name is, I'm going to try it again, Heiko, I think, and my YouTube name is TrainBoyRR, TrainBoyRR, and I love all your videos, and I like your John Deere hat that you had on in your videos. Probably this one, I like it too, it's awesome. The only thing I don't like about it is the little band thing in the front here, when it gets a bit kind of wet and sweaty, we'll say. It kind of sticks to you and then it kind of all folds out. It doesn't kind of stay and keep its shape, but that's all right. It's a pretty good hat. I like it actually. It's nice and firm, and you know, it's all good that way. So, John Deere hat that you had on in your video, and I am from Florida. Ooh, hot Florida, and I love your backhoe. Could you do a video on how to use your backhoe part of the tractor. Now, if you look, and it's still on there, and I don't really know how much longer I'm allowed to keep it on there because it is an older video from the back there. I did an operational control of the John Deere 110 TLB backhoe. It's on there, so you just have to look back through the channel. And I probably should do a revised, or we could even do it on the Mini X, because it's pretty much it is the exact same controls other than the tracks and the little blade push down. But technically the backhoe has that too. It's just a different shape. So if you look back, and that video's on there. So, but thank you for sending that, sir. The next one, let me see if I can find a name. Tom from Oshawa. Oh, that's not too far. Too far from me. Hello, Bill. Thanks again for answering our questions. I have one question for you. How has the COVID pandemic changed the way that you operate the cemetery? Me personally, not really a whole lot. I have restricted hours, and they are a little bit longer now. Well, how do you say that? We had hours from 12 noon till 5 p.m. Now we're 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Weekends I leave it a little longer because I'm not back there, but I like that little bit of time in the morning. I can get out and do stuff and there's nobody back there bothering me or getting in the way or asking me questions and hacking all over me or whatever. And then, you know, unfortunately I still got to work, so once I open the gates, free fall. You know, that's all that I can do, but I got to get working, so I got lots to do. But funeral wise, I think right now it's starting to just change as of now, but you could only have 10 family members at a service, funeral service, including your clergy, so your ministers or whatever. You could only have 10. I think it's going to go to a bit higher now though, and we'll see what happens. So other than that, pretty much the same for me. And how many people I've buried, I don't really know. I don't get told what they died from. So I mean, I've been busy, we'll say, but not overly busy, more busy than kind of normal. So I don't think it's really hit us here super too hard. But is there anything that you can share about us? Yeah, so I just shared kind of that. It's pretty much the same for me, really. Also, once the COVID restrictions have been lifted here in Ontario, I would like to be interested in ordering some stickers. Keep us posted. Yes, I will. Which probably, honestly, I want to get this stuff out to you, especially the people that have sent me Scratch Card Sunday stuff. I got to get their cards, the winning cards, back to them so they can cash them in and then send them some stickers. But I really don't want to take the risk right yet of going to the post office. I don't imagine there's probably going to be a problem. For me to get from here to the post office, I got to pass a lot of people, and a lot of people means potentially getting a lot of sickness. And these aren't going to do anything for you. Honestly, people are putting these on, even the surgical masks, they're not going to do it. It's getting all on the side. It's not going to do anything. Do you know how small that coronavirus freaking virus thing actually is? It gets through that stuff like it's not even there. So it's apparently really bad that way. So that's how it infects you so easily. Gets in, boom, you're done. Or, well, you're sick. I wouldn't say you're done, but some people, the older people here are done. But anyways, another story there. So yeah, so as soon as it's kind of more cleared up, and we haven't had a lot of new cases. I think there's maybe one in the intensive care in town here in our hospital, and the whole county I don't think has that many now. So it is starting to kind of go away, but now they're opening things up, and it's going to make it explode again, guaranteed. It's way too early to start opening things up. They should have just left everything shut down for the whole summer and let it play itself out. Don't start opening up stuff. Really? Is it that important that you go out to whatever here to do whatever? No, it's not. It's important that you stay home and stay safe. But anyways, they're opening things up here. What was the latest I heard today? They're opening up public washrooms, and I think the splash pad pool things when it gets hot out here. So they're, oh, okay, I'm staying home, honestly. Anyways, he says here, I hope you and your family are keeping safe and healthy. Yes, so far so good. That's because I don't really go out anywhere. Please continue with the Q&A format. I enjoy hearing the questions and your response to them. Please continue to stay safe. Thank you for all the hard work on your videos. Tom from Oshawa. Thanks, Tom. That's a pretty awesome bunch of questions there. So hopefully I got them all answered for you. Oh, geez. Okay, now there we go. Okay, so the next one, let's see if I can find a name again. There's no name on here except a JD, so I guess that's the name, JD. What happened to the hit and miss engines? I remember you shooting the water bottle. I remember you shooting the water bottle with it. Oh yes, that was the Empire hit and miss engine. It's in my other container there. I'm going to do a fire up video of those fairly soon here. Might do it the same day because we want to see that little diesel engine start again, right? I haven't had it going for a few 3 years maybe. So, and the hit and miss, I haven't had the. Well, I had the Wolseley, and it's a hit every time. The British engine. I had it going at our fair. It wasn't last year, it was the year before. It definitely won't be this year because everything's canceled already. So it's been a couple of years for that too, so we probably should get it running too. So would you ever rent a server for FS19 if they change the sync method? Yeah, I probably would, but until they do, not touching it because I hate that synchronization thing. Like I said before, I don't know how many different games I've played, multiplayer, World of Tanks. I mean, can you imagine World of Tanks doing a sync every time? Oh, that would be, that sort of does, but not mid-game. So, I mean, like endless. GTA, can you imagine Grand Theft Auto 5 syncing every time someone joined? I don't get why they do that. I really, really hope the next version of Farm Sim that comes out that they actually don't do that because that is really annoying when you're playing and playing and all of a sudden it pauses and you're stopped. It's just syncing with other players for like 35, almost 40 seconds sometimes. It's ridiculous. So, I don't know. I probably would, but honestly, I'd probably just host my own, put it up for a day, let people come and play whatever. We'll make like a Farm Sim or something. I might even try one video doing that with this stupid synchronizing thing. Really bothers me though. It's really stupid. I don't know. Anyway, so, but I probably wouldn't rent a server. I'd probably just host my own. I got a pretty wicked connection here that would probably host all those people pretty good. So, but thanks JD for that. Good question. Next one is from Clayton. Hey Bill, how's she going? My name is Clayton. I'm a long-time subscriber. I've been watching you since you tried to get the safe open with the TLB way back. That's a while ago, isn't it? That is a while ago. And what was there in there? Like a $20 bill and one of those things you put, like the puppet that had the little arms that, remember those things you put and you'd use your fingers and it would punch? Those, I remember those things. Oh, that was terrible. I thought there'd be diamonds and gold bars and maybe Rolexes in there. Nope. But anyways, have you ever thought of doing a Minecraft gaming again? My nephew Jeremy is really trying to get me onto his server. Minecraft now has probably changed so much that I'd have to try to get used to it all again. I just don't really have the ambition right now to do that. I probably would though. I should probably try, but he said something about you had to get the Windows 10 version of Minecraft, so I think I'd probably have to upgrade my Minecraft. I don't know. Try to get on there with them, but Minecraft's alright, but Rust is a little more realistic, and it's kind of sort of like a Minecraft where it's a survival and you gotta gather resources to, you know, Rust is a newer kind of a Minecraft, I think, and I like it a lot better. You can fly helicopters in Rust. That's pretty cool. You can soon, and you can drive one really crappy car right now in Rust. It really sucks, but that sedan is terrible. I don't know, I like Rust more because it's more kind of realistic, right? But I might try Minecraft again. Do you guys want to see more Minecraft videos? I mean, I don't mind trying to get it going again, trying to get my head wrapped around it all. It's just going to take me a little bit. I'll probably be pretty rusty at the start of it. But anyways. Also, do you ever think you'll get back to any automotive projects, or have you ever been able to build a full-size shop by the house, like one of those prefab garages? Probably wouldn't build that here. I'd rather grab my own chunk of land somewhere if I ever could and build a shop on there and do that instead. I mean, this isn't too bad. I can't get a car in this building here, but you know, I can get small lawn tractors and stuff in, and automotive stuff. I'd really like to get a lift too, put it on a lift to do it. I can't really get on my knees too much like that anymore and crawl under things a whole lot anymore as I used to. I mean, I'm getting older now and I'm finding I'm hurting a lot more. My knee's been hurting for about 3 weeks now and I don't really know why. It's just killing me. It's hurting me even to stand here. So trying to crawl under vehicles and stuff isn't probably a good idea right now for me anyways. And right now our fleet isn't really needing any maintenance, right? Our car is, it's a Toyota. It'll probably last forever, you know. Hopefully. It does need a little bit of paint on the one fender though. That's a whole nother story. Anyways, but as of right now, I know people have asked me, can you do brakes for me? I'm like, I'm not licensed, and you know, I'm not a registered mechanic, and if something goes wrong and it's blamed on, oh, the brake failed, then it's going to come back on me and I'll be in prison. So, you know, I don't want to be doing that. So I've turned some people away. No, I can't do brakes. I had a guy actually, he asked me to do his, you know, like the big UPS trucks kind of thing. It wasn't a UPS truck though, it was his food truck, but a big truck like a UPS truck. He wanted me to do the brakes on that. I'm like, no, not touching that. No, not even going near that thing. Sorry. I don't want to do anything with that. So especially that's like a commercial, movable commercial restaurant, right? I could be in so much trouble if that ever got caught up to me that I wasn't licensed and I was working on it. No thanks. And he's a friend of mine too. He feeds me at all the fairs and stuff that we meet at, kind of thing. And he does like burritos and tacos and stuff like that, right? So. But no, automotive, I do my own stuff, but nobody else's. So I've even turned away tractor projects. I do stuff for the neighbor. That's a little different though. I mean, she's just right there and she's not, I don't do car brakes for her. I do like tractor stuff, you know, like that's a little different. So I'll do some small engine stuff like I did in my buddy's lawnmower there. And I brought his mower deck home off his little tractor, sharpened it all, took it back to him kind of thing. I do stuff like that. But anything that's going on the road, that's licensed, insured, I don't touch, because that's just asking for trouble. If you're not insured, or if I'm not insured, if something happens, then my insurance would, you know, pay them off or whatever, right? But if, you know, no, so I'm not getting into that. Anyways, full-size shop, you know, I don't think I do that here. This is more like a, I wouldn't say really temporary, but it's, you know, something for us to work something in, right? So smaller stuff. So he's asking about the cemetery filming, so I'm not going to answer that. It's obvious, no. Yeah, so the rest of that I'm not going to answer, but sorry. Just because it's to do with cemetery stuff and working back there, so that's just not going to happen. But anyways, thanks for Clayton for the first part of your question. That was really good. But I can't answer those anymore. So next one is from Corey H. No subject. Does your father-in-law still have the little MTD tractor? My poor father-in-law, oh, he's had a rough time. That tractor actually kind of wore out. It was kind of junk when he got it. He got a Cub Cadet that had the front exhaust on it. He had it in a small little shed about, a bazillionth the size of this one. Enough for the tractor, but he made a little mistake. You know, I'm not going to say that it's because he's old. He's a cool old guy though. But he had a bit of straw. I think he had it for strawberries. He had a bale of straw in the front of this little building. Mowed all his grass, put the tractor away. About 20 minutes later, the neighbor comes running over. Holy crap, holy crap. I'm not going to say his name because he probably wouldn't like that. Your shed's on fire. And they're like, what? He's like, I already called the fire department, and apparently the shed went up on fire because the muffler caught that straw on fire and lit the building on fire. But they were there in time to get the fire out, but the mower was pretty much melted. A lot of plastic on mowers now, and it was pretty much junk. So now we've got him a nice, it's a John Deere. I can't think of what model it was. It was actually a really nice tractor. We got it from a guy that just lives on the big subdivision just east of me here. And gosh, it was almost pretty much brand new, but he's like, oh, well, we moved just up here. I don't need a tractor like this for this little lot up here. So he sold it, and we got it for a pretty good deal. So he talked it over on my trailer, and he's been cutting with that. So, and yes, Corey asked me here, will you ever get the mini tractor out at some point? I'd like to, I'd really like to, but it is so incredibly buried right now. So down in my garage, I've got that big shelf, if you guys remember, and I got some stuff stored on it. It's sitting way at the back of the shelf. And right now I've actually got my big sweeper, my 60-inch sweeper up on there, and the big fan, and a couple other things. So I got to get all that stuff pulled down off the shelf first, so I can get to that tractor. And how the heck did I get that tractor up there? I must have skidded into the loader bucket, because So I get the loader bucket just right up there, right? And then load stuff into it and then back out and then bring it down. I think the sweeper though I put up there with the forks. But it would be kind of cool to get that out. I'd actually like to do some work to it and actually get it to mow again, because it doesn't mow. There's something, I don't know if it needed a belt or something was missing off it to actually get it to mow. I can't remember now, I'd have to get it down, but it's got the old Briggs & Stratton motor on it, the horizontal. Is it horizontal? No, vertical shaft. Yeah. I'm trying to remember that motor. It's the one with the big diaphragm that goes between the carburetor and the tank. It's got those two sticks that go in. One's longer than the other, goes into the tank. That's an old tractor, that one. It's actually kind of cool. I'd really like to get that down someday though. I'm gonna have to work on that. Leave her with me. We'll maybe do a video getting that thing going, and I don't know if it'll start. I don't even know if I can get parts for that. I might have to order some Briggs & Scrap Iron parts online, because it's probably needing them now. I don't even know the last time I used that, if I dumped the gas out and ran it dry, or if I left fuel in it. I don't even remember now. It's been so long. But anyways, there you go, Corey. Thanks for your question. Next one is from LV Mowing. I think he's asked me a question before. I have a couple of things to ask. Can you shout me out on YouTube? My name is LV Mowing. Just did, bud. You got her. And what is your dream tractor? You know what? Dream tractor, I've actually got it. My AR is one of my favorite tractors. I'm not going to really say I have a dream tractor. I have a favorite tractor. I've always liked those older styled, like that, two-cylinder John Deere tractors. They are so awesome when they get working. Bang, 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 just hammering away, you know. And it's like, where does it get all that power from? I really want to take mine into a tractor pull and give her a good pull, but I really don't want to put that old iron through that stress. That's pretty hard on it. That's you spin a gear in that thing or rip a gear apart and shred teeth off it. Holy freaking crap. Good luck trying to find that. So I think just maybe pulling something, a small trailer, maybe just driving around will be all I'm going to probably do with that thing. But that's pretty much my favorite tractors, we'll say, and I own one now, which is cool. So I've always kind of wanted one, never really could find one at the price that I wanted to pay, and this one was a little more than I wanted to pay, but it wasn't too bad, and it didn't really need anything. The paint is wrong on it though. It's not the right color of green. It's a bit too dark. No, that's one of my dreams. So there you go. Yeah. Thanks, Albie. There you go. Okay, next one is from James Strickland. Hey, Bill and family. No questions really. Oh, okay, that's easy. Just a shout out and comment from, this is James Strickland, 30 years old, from Decatur, Alabama. If I didn't say that right, I'm sorry. Very long time viewer of your channel, at least from 2012. Wow, that's a long time. Maybe earlier, LOL. Love your channel and look forward to your videos. I'm an automotive service tech at Walmart. Oh, sweet. See, our Walmart, I think, dropped that here. They used to do oil changes and change tires and whatever over here. Every time I go in there, the whole shop's dark. So I think they got rid of ours here, which is, I don't know, probably because it wasn't making money, likely. Walmart's really weird here. Oh, we're not selling too much of that. Let's get rid of it. Even though everybody wants them and they're selling lots of them, they'll just get rid of it. It's like, oh, depending on what it was, right? So, love working on cars. Keep up the good work and stay safe. And War Eagle. War Eagle. That's our college football war cry. Oh, I see. War Eagle! Is that right? I probably messed that up. That's our college football war cry for Auburn. We'll have a sticker if and when you can send one. Yes, I will. And you gave me your mailing address too, so that's good. That's good. That's no questions, but that's okay. That's okay. I don't mind. That's really awesome. Okay, so next one is from Samson. Hi, I'm Sam from PEI. I've been watching your video since 2013. Here's my question for you. If you had to pick a tractor from 1980 to 2000, what would it be? Oh, 1980 to 2000. That's like a freaking lot of tractors there, bud. 1980 to 2000. Wow, that's got me stumped, that question. I don't know. To be perfectly honest, I like John Deere. I like the Ford stuff. All right. Actually, you know what? The new Ford Boomer tractor, I wouldn't mind maybe checking one of them. I don't see them very much. I don't think they made a whole pile of them, but it was like the remake kind of this one, but they totally like futurized it and made it really kind of stupid, I think, really, but it kind of sort of looked like it, but not kind of really. Oh boy, what tractor though? Like I say, honestly, it doesn't really matter to me as long as it runs good and it doesn't cost you piles of money and a lot of downtime. Drive on. I mean, if it drives good and it works, does what you want it to do, that's all good. But if I had to pick a favorite one, whew, what did you say? Did you pick a tractor from 1980 to 2000? What would it be? That also really depends what you want it for, right? What kind of horsepower, what you're doing with it. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I probably would go with something four-wheel drive though, because two-wheel drive stuff's not bad, but there's a lot of times where I need four-wheel drive myself. Boy, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. Like I say, anything that'll run good. Probably something diesel too. Kind of like the diesel stuff, a little more power. Something maybe turboed would be nice. But other than that, anything that runs good. All right, so thanks for that. Next one is from Scott. This is Scott from Allegan, Michigan. Hopefully I said that right. Like to know what happened to your videos on Rust. Thanks. Okay, what do you mean on that? I don't put up quite as many Rust videos because I know the viewing was way down. Like the one guy said, I don't like Rust videos. A lot of people don't like Rust. It's probably because they haven't played it or tried it. Once I've hooked a lot of people on Rust from my videos, Bob being one of them, Dan, another guy, that's Nunya, and Tage, I think, started watching my stuff. He's got kind of hooked on it, and he's the one that actually owns our server now. So I've got a few guys that probably played it before that are playing with us now, though. I got them sucked in, so I'm trying my best to get more players on our server. We got a 120 slot server, so bring your stuff and let's go play. BTM 2020-PVE. That's the server name. And it's a good server. It's got lots of cool stuff on it. It's got, well, you got to come see it. You got to get Rust. Get your Rust, and let's go play. I'll even give you a bunch of free stuff because I'm an admin on there. I can give you stuff. So don't tell everybody that though. But anyways, yeah, I haven't been making so many. Doing the admin stuff on the server stuff, it makes it harder to kind of just make a normal video for me. The other servers, when I was making a pile more videos, I wasn't admin or moderator or anything on there, so I just kind of did my own thing, right? But now I'm kind of got some more responsibility to the server and, you know, helping people out with stuff. And I just generally don't record that a whole lot. So, I mean, we did the one night there where we blew the fireworks up and it crashed my game 3 times. I don't know why still, because nobody else crashed. What else did we do? Bob and I have built a big stable. I don't know if you've seen that video yet, but it's coming out soon. And really there's not a whole lot else I do on there because of the admin stuff, you know. So I'm always flying around and checking things, you know. There's a lot of stuff to do when you're admin. You gotta keep an eye on some of the players, the new ones especially. It's really hard to cheat in our server. You can't, we've got it now so you can't break walls. With C4 you can't get into someone's base, right? The walls are indestructible on the roof and everything's indestructible, so you can't get in. So we got that problem solved because there was a hacking one night, we'll say, where there was some stuff taken, we'll say, and those people were dealt with, we'll say, and they're gone, we'll say. But anyways, we banned them. So, but yeah, I don't do a whole lot on there anymore. I'd like to do a bit more. And the map we've actually got right now is really huge. It's a 5,000 map. It's a big one. And then we've just, he's upgraded the server to a 120 slot server, so it gives us, I think, 10 gigabytes, so there's piles of room for new mods or plugins and stuff, right? And there's quite a few plugins on there. So that's hopefully that answers that. The next one is from Brandon. Hi Bill, it's Brandon again. Hope you're doing well. Stay safe. I just wanted to ask you if you got your Truckers MP working. Not yet. They still haven't updated the damn game yet. Pardon my French. Man, it takes them for freaking ever. I guess they got to do a bunch of recoding, and apparently they're changing the sounds again. And they got to get this Mack truck that came with American trucks in to work with Truckers MP, and they still haven't done that. You can get on and play. but you won't have that Mack truck, the new one. I got it and ready to waiting to go, and I just haven't been able to use it yet, but I could do it in single player, I guess. You can play single player fine, but not the Truckers MP. So my nephew plays it quite a bit too, and I think he said sometime mid to the end of June it's supposed to be released, so there'll be probably some bugs, and then they'll have to fix that. I guess they're in testing mode right now, I don't know, but he says, I've tried multiple times and it won't work for me. If you have advice, I would like it. Thanks again for a good day. Probably wait for the update. I think that's probably going to fix everybody's game. Hopefully. Sometimes the updates are even worse, but hopefully that answers your question, Brandon. Next one is from Chris Moore. Do you still have the big water pump that you used to fill the water tank? Yes, I do, and I actually used it year before last. We had a big flood down in the one section there. We had frozen frost in the ground, and I think we got a big huge rain. It warmed up a whole bunch and it melted a bunch of snow, and there was a lot of water laying down there, so I was trying my best. That pump only does so much, right? And I think it took it down about 3 inches the whole day, so I'm like, this isn't good. I was out there, I filled the tank up I think like 4 or 5 times. It was running hard. I needed a lot bigger pump, and it only took the whole, I'm gonna say lake because it was huge. It was massive puddle of water in there, and I do have a couple French drains. They were frozen up though, so I went down and I was literally up to my waist in this French drain, which is normally, well, grass level. You can tell how much water was there. Trying to mush around the ice and stuff in this French drain, and eventually chunks started floating up, and I think I got it because the next morning it was pretty much all gone. Where it goes, I don't know. That's a lot of water to suck down through a hole and into the ground, but she was gone. So, but yes, I still have the water pump. I don't know how good that tank is anymore though, because it was kind of full of holes when I was using it then. So I do have a new tank I could use. I changed, remember that video we did when we changed the tanks there? I got the big one. So, but thanks Chris for that, sending that. Jeremy Hall. That's my nephew. Hey Bill, go Pens go 291 here. Watching you since 1994. Way long time subscriber on your channel. He says, I'm thinking about getting Rust. I love Rust so much. I love watching you play Rust so much. I'm going to get Rust really soon. Come on Rust server with you and play Rust with you. No, he doesn't say that at all. I'm totally making that up. He hates Rust. He absolutely hates Rust because he hasn't got it, he hasn't tried it. He likes Minecraft, Jeremy. Minecraft is pretty much like an updated version. Or Rust is Rust is an updated version of Minecraft, just so you know. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do in Rust. No, he didn't say any of that at all. That's not his question at all. Can't wait till this is over so you can come visit and drive through Montreal again. You know I don't like Montreal and Quebec and stuff because I can't read their signs. And the roads are always under construction and they're always full of cars. Rant. And Montreal, no, Quebec is your favorite province, and then you can check out his he got a new PC put together, which I do want to come out and see that, and well, you guys too, of course, but I want to come see the PC and the ocean. I miss the ocean out there too. Is one of my other favorite things. New PC. I put together Anyhow, I don't have any questions. I just wanted to say, watch your newest Q&A video and talking about your old trucks. Remember the red Dodge, I believe it was. That thing was mean. Yeah, that thing was mean. Now, which one, though? Because I had an old Dodge Ram 1500, I think it was. That's right. That was a gas eater. Then we had a couple Dakotas after that. So, and they were all red. So, that thing was mean. My only question is what happened to the yellow go-kart? That thing was so mean. Anyways, if you could do the yellow go-kart, I think that's the one in the garage. I have it leaning up against my wall. Naturally, it was the motor that I've got on the pressure washer now that I put on the thing, so I really probably could drum up a motor for it. But it needs at least a 10 horse on it. That motor for the old pressure washer that I took off was a 13. That might be a little bit too big for it, like size-wise too big. I had to figure out something though, because that was a pretty fast little car. Miss him. More videos. Oh yes. Wait a minute here. Back up. That go-kart was mean. Anyways, if you could do more videos with Boris, that would be awesome. I miss him a lot. Boris, of course, is one of those. Oh, wait a minute. One of those with the V8 in it. We'll definitely do some more videos here soon. I want to take it for a boot, but I've just found out recently that I need to have an insurance rider off my other insurance to insure that tractor while I'm going up and down the road. I didn't realize that, and you know, not often I go up and down the road with a tractor like that, but I have done it before, and I guess you could probably get yourself into some trouble if you have no insurance. So probably should do that and look into that. It's probably going to cost, well, it may not be that much, but you have to get what they call a rider, I think it is, and it kind of rides on your existing insurance. Like, so for my truck and car and stuff, we just add that on and it would give you an insurance policy for that. So I like to take it for a ride, actually, just go around somewhere with it and maybe race some cars. That'd be awesome, because it'll do that. Put the GoPro on, probably on the chest mount, and go for a tour. So Jeremy, that's, I think, one of his most favorite tractors was Boris, and he's driven, I think, like the 2N we have out here. He drove one of those plowing with us one year too. So I think he enjoyed that. You remember that, Jer? That was a good year. I'm sure there's video of it somewhere. Pictures at least. So he says, enjoy your day and take care. Oh, he says, if your viewers are wondering the PC specs, here you go, he's giving me this too. It's a Commodore 64 1200. No, I'm just kidding. I'm teasing you. It's an i7-9700F CPU. Asus Z390-E motherboard. Asus RTX 2070 Super. I think that's his video card. I think. Maybe. And a bunch of Corsair stuff. He says, I added a picture if they want to see. Okay, let me see if I can. Oh, let's see if I can manage this. Oh, it just keeps opening up things. Oh, there it is. So, I don't know if you can see it, but that's his PC, the new one. It's got almost as much lights in it as mine. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, now I got to figure out how to get back to my mail. Close that. Okay, so yeah, that's his PC. So thank you, sir, for setting that. So the next one is from Dan, Minnesota Oliver and Deer. It says, hi Bill, hope all is well. I'm all right. Assume you're heard of what's been going on in Minneapolis. Yeah, that's ridiculous. My family is safe. My name is Dan. I'm 17 years old. Live in Anoka. I think I got that right. Anoka, Minnesota. And I'm aspiring to be a farmer. I collect old garden tractors, John Deere mainly. I've been watching you since 2013. Since you started FS 2013, sorry, that's a while ago. First question is, since you have a 110 TLB, why not try to find a John Deere 110 garden tractor? I'd like to, but I got no room left. I'd have to get another container. 3 containers then. And then I should have just got a big 40-footer. But no, I'm pretty much tapped out, I think. Tapped out for stuff like that. I got almost not enough room for the stuff I got now, honestly. But that would be kind of cool. And there's a few of them around here. I've seen them at the shows and stuff too, right? So, second question, I'm not going to answer because that's the one I'm not going to answer. And you guys know what that is. Third question. I wish SnowRunner was cross-play compatible so we could play together. Since you love Left 4 Dead 2, which I do, it's a pretty addicting game too for some reason. I know some people hate that one too, but I don't mind it. So, got like 3,600 hours on it. That's since it came out though, not just yesterday, we'll say. Since you love Left 4 Dead 2, you might like Dying Light, another zombie game. I've got so many zombie games, I can't remember now if I have that one. I'd have to look up my Steam library. I can't remember now. If you're interested, you can check out my channel where I work on my tractor fleet and work in my dad's car mechanic shop. You can find me at Minnesota Oliver and Deer. I guess that's his channel name. And that's from Dan. So sorry I didn't answer that one question because that's the question I'm not going to answer. And you guys know what that is. So, okay. Avely Mowing again. Or Alvy Mowing, sorry. Do you enjoy your job? Yes. And sometimes no. My job really sucks when I have to bury someone I know, especially if it's a friend. I've had to bury my best man for my wedding quite a few years ago. Oh boy, what year did he die? I should remember that. 27 maybe? I can't remember. That's terrible. Maybe I tried to block it out. Anyways, that was pretty tough. That was pretty hard. Him and I were, you know, pretty close from high school, right? And then he got cancer and died. And that was kind of it. I honestly, I don't think the lung cancer that he had got him. It was they pump you full of drugs to keep you comfortable, they'll say, and then they just load you up, and then you end up dying from that. You overdose on it. Winter time, raining and crappy cold weather sucks. Working outside, a lot of you probably know that. Really hot days like we've had where it's like frickin' hot, like you're drinking constantly and you're never peeing. Those kind of days really suck. But overall, it's not too bad. You meet a lot of nice people and helping them out in a rough time, hard time. And sometimes that's hard to see because, you know, like my mom just died and we had to go all through that stuff. And then I see someone else all upset and stuff. I'm like, I'm starting to lose it now. I was like, holy crap, it's going to be tough, you know, and it's hard to be tough with stuff like that. But yeah, I do enjoy my job overall, I would say. Sometimes I don't though. Okay, so thanks for that, sir. And next one is from Mark Bellatone. Hi Bill, do you feed the chipmunks and peanuts? Do you feed the chipmunks peanuts, and do you still have Demolition Company game? Yes, I do have that game still, but no, I don't feed the chipmunks because the little buggers have broken into my wife's car and made a hell of a mess. So I don't feed them anymore. I feed them other things, we'll say sometimes. No, I don't do that. I do trap them and then relocate them about 3,000 miles from here, maybe through the potato gun. No, I don't do that either. I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing you. No, I do trap them and relocate them. I think we're having more problems up here with them because of the chickens we got, and they're not really eating all their feed, and then of course the chipmunks. Sorry, let's start that again. We have the chickens up here that aren't eating all their feed, and the chipmunks come and fill their cheeks, and then they're making places to live right around us. Why wouldn't you? That's your food source. If I could live right beside my grocery store, I probably would too, right? So, but I don't anyways. But well, actually there is one just across the road over there, but we don't shop there because it's too expensive. But anyways, Demolition Company, I think I still do have that. Played that for a while though. It should be on my Steam library. What did you do with the old green trailer? Now, which one are you meaning? The one that we built on the channel? Or our, what was that, a 4x8 dump trailer single axle? We sold that one anyways, and we bought our new what is that one, 6x10, yeah, 6x10 dump trailer, and that's what I'm using out there now. Sometimes it's too big. I kind of wish sometimes I had my smaller one, but it works. I can do a grave in like 2 really full trailer loads and it's done, which is nice. So there's a lot less driving back and forth on the turf, making mess. We'll say you're gonna make a mess anyways, but it's gonna hopefully be a less mess. But yes, we did sell that. And we actually sold that to our concrete guys, and they've actually been using it here the last little while, filling it up and using it. So it's kind of neat to see it back, but it sat outside and it went from green to brown, we'll say, rust brown. It's really bad shape now because it hasn't been inside. So anyways, not my problem. Worked good for me for my many years. Firefighter Ray 453, question and answer. Hi Bill, my name is Aaron Ray and I am from West Hamlin, West Virginia. I have been watching since the 4110. That's a long time ago. 4110 John Deere. That was a good tractor, but it had some limitations, that's for sure. You worked her too hard, she just started belching out the smoke and just losing power. It was, I don't know, it wasn't the greatest tractor, but I have a 2003 Honda Rancher for plowing my snow. My question is, what would your next ATV be if you ever got a new one? And I will send you a picture of my snowplow setup on Messenger. I think I did see that. I can't remember now. And can you show it on a video? Boy, oh boy. I'm gonna have to look for that. So anyways, if I got another ATV, which actually my ATV needs a bit of work now. I guess I hadn't used it for probably about a year, and it sat with about half a tank of fuel, and I didn't kind of really realize that when I went to use it again. It needed fuel, so I put fuel in it, and it was reading like half full still. I'm like, It's kind of weird. Never really thought about it. I thought, oh, well, it'll probably come back, no problem. And it never did, and it's actually showing empty now. So it needs something done with the fuel sending unit and the level sensor or something in the tank. I don't know if you can even get in that tank to do that. I don't know how that actually works. If there's a sensor in that tank that's malfunctioned, or you got to replace that whole entire tank because it's probably one thing. You just plug this thing in the bottom. I don't know. I'll have to take it apart. But I also, I think, need to take apart that whole front, which I would have to do to get the tank anyways, but the whole front thing to get into the radiator, because when the fan kicks on for the radiator, it's coming. You can feel some air coming out the back if you don't stick your fingers and get your fingers cut off in the fan, but you put your hand in the front and you feel like no movement. So something is in that radiator again, and I haven't swamped it or taken it through any real deep stuff, but it might be grass and crap and stuff all stuck in there that needs to come out and get all cleaned out again. So that's a big disassembly, and I want to try to do that this summer. I'm going to see if I can get it in here, and we're going to tear that apart. So, okay, your thing on Messenger, boy. To be perfectly honest, I get like a lot of people on Messenger messaging me all the time. I'm going to have a quick look at it here though and see if I can maybe pick out a name. Oh boy. I get so many people messaging me like all the time. It's going to be almost impossible to try to find that again. So I'm sorry, but I'm not going to try to look too hard for that. But anyways, hopefully that answers your questions. So we've got 3 left here, and I got just one actually just this afternoon too. Kyle Bright says, "Hi Bill, this is Kyle Bright from Ohio. I've been watching you on your YouTube for about 10 years now, and I was wondering, what is your favorite knife that you have had?" Mine has to be the Buck 110. Now right now I got my nicer pants on, my outside going out nice pants, and I do have a 110 Buck with me. That's like extremely razor sharp because I sharpen it in that knife sharpener. So that's the, I don't know if you can see that. That's the 110 anyways. Good knife, super sharp. Probably shave with it, but I'm not gonna. I really like, and actually someone, I just can't remember, my memory is shot. I can't remember who sends me what and stuff now, but they sent me multi-tool, and I never really had one of them before, and if you're the one that sent it to me, thanks, it's super awesome. And it's really handy. I've used it a lot actually, the knife and then the saw, and it's got a couple of screwdrivers on it, and then you flip it open and it's got the pliers. I use them quite a bit. So I don't know, I'd say that's a really super handy one, but the Buck 110s are pretty darn handy too, you know. You keep them sharp, they're good sharp knives. So he says, "I also have a YouTube channel. It is Kyle Bright. I have 5 subscribers. Go subscribe to Kyle. I'm going to start doing knife reviews. Thanks for your time, Bill." Ah, that's cool, buddy. I'll have to go check that out. All right, Robert Owens sent the second last question here. And it looks like he's got 3 questions. "Hey Bill, it's Robert from Florida again." Oh, we've already answered your questions. "I have 3 questions. Since you're not going to the post office due to the COVID in Canada, due to the COVID, does Canada have an in place where you can print stamps and mail, click and ship from home like what we have in the States with USPS? I don't think we do. You can get the things for businesses though. You somehow pay the postage and you get so many stamps, and it's like a machine. You put the thing in and it fires like a printed stamp onto it, and then that sends it out. Businesses have them if you're mailing a lot of stuff out. I don't have an envelope here to give you an example what they would look like, but no, honestly, we can just wait till it's all done. I don't think it's going to be a whole lot too longer. If they open stuff up too fast, it's going to be, but you know, we were over all that. So did you consider an enclosed excavator, especially in the Canada winter? I had to be really limited with my excavator because I wanted something small to get into the tight rows, tight close to a monument, and to get in my garage down there because it's only like this high, so it has to get really low under there. So an excavator with that would have been like way too high for down there. So that's why I went with my K008, smallest one that Kubota makes, and it's awesome. It works great. You guys have seen lots of that. So Third question is, what do you prefer, AutoZone or O'Reilly's Napa for auto parts? We don't have either one. We have Napa's, I think, here. I think there's one up way north of me here. We have basically a place that sells CarQuest stuff. And most of it's pretty good. I don't have anything with their logo on it here. I see one way up there, but it's buried behind everything else. CarQuest, and there's another one on the other side of town. I can't think of what brand they are, but I don't generally use them. The CarQuest place is just kind of just down the road from here, so that's kind of why I use them when I need something. To be perfectly honestly, I've ordered a lot of stuff online. Stuff that you can get online, I just order online and get it in. So yeah. I just use the guys in town, try to mostly anyways. They have quite a bit of stuff there. So thank you, Robert, for that. That's awesome. Last one is from Zachary, and it actually just came in today. Are you going to get the John Deere 40 series on Farm Simulator? Is that a new mod come out, or is that like a DLC or something? I haven't really been brought up onto that yet. I know there's all kinds of John Deere stuff on there that you can download, but the 40 series, I don't know. I haven't really been informed of that yet, so if you want to leave a comment, let me know. But that is it for question and answers for today. So thank you for sending all your questions in. Hopefully I answered them as best as I could for you, and I'm sorry I don't answer the ones about filming down there again, because that's not happening. So if you got a question, send it here, we'll put it on the show. And it's BillQA@yahoo.com. Send her there and we'll answer all your questions. So thanks again for watching. You guys have a good day. Hope you like my new signs. I don't know if they're going to exactly stay there. They're just on little wires right now. I'm going to close the doors. And they might stay there. I don't know. Probably end up falling off. They're just sitting on screws right now, right? So I could probably just drill them right into the wall and fasten them a little better. But it looks kind of chintzy with the cheesy styrofoam behind it. But that's all right. She'll work. Should be a little warmer in here anyways. So thanks again for watching. You guys have a good day, and BillQA@yahoo.com if you got a question. We'll answer it up for you. Catch us all then. You guys have a good day, and thanks again for watching.